Welcome back to The Charismatic Voice. Today we're going to be listening to a new artist on this channel who was first introduced to me by some really awesome patrons. Thank you to everyone who contributed to the November Patron playlist. My favorite singer from that playlist this time was Faouzia. She just had an amazing deep timbre, and I loved the way she used her vibrato. So I've only heard her once before singing Hit the Road. This will be my first time seeing her, and we're going to be listening to her song, Tears of Gold. Let's get to it.
Mama always told me that I was too naive, gave away my trust for pennies. I said, don't you worry, didn't think that I'd be broken down and crying. Help me, wrecked, check, hot and dead. All you do is come around, just game you to collect. Wrecked, check, hot and dead. Don't you know that I cried tears of gold for you? I sit here proud for you, collect my pennies and my dimes. That's why you love it when I cry. Platinum love for you, I'd give it no less for you. Generosity's my enemy, so I'm broken, your heart's rich because of me.
Okay, first minute of this song is extraordinary. We're going to go back and look at some parts of this again. She is really precise in her pitch, and I don't think it's autotune. I love this really deep, throaty sound that she has. It is a very unique timbre. It's very rich and full of color. I really, really dig that. She sounds a little Arabic, and I believe that she has I think she's originally from Morocco and now is in Canada. So that would make sense that maybe her heritage and her genetic makeup is part of what contributes to this really incredible, deep, and beautiful timbre. I am impressed by how well she can move her voice with such a heavy natural timbre. When somebody has a heavier voice, it tends to be less agile. It's kind of like if you try and turn a semi-truck really fast versus turning a Ferrari really fast, right? One of those is going to negotiate a turn better or an obstacle course better. Heavy voices typically aren't going to move really quickly, or maybe they just have to work more to get there. Her voice has got some really amazing agility, and it seems like she depends sometimes on actually using her vibrato to help move it. So I really love that. And I love the way that when she goes high into her belt, she's able to really narrow and focus her sound so it doesn't sound like it's going to split open. Instead, you get this like beam of solid pitch that comes out. Let's go back a little bit and listen to this.
Hard and dead. Don't you know that I cried tears of gold for you? I sit here proud for you, collect my pennies and my dimes. That's why you love it when I cry. Platinum love for you, I'd give it no less for you. Generosity's my enemy, so I'm broken, your heart's rich because of me.
Oh yeah, love the Middle Eastern elements in this song. Very, 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 very cool. I was noticing it sounds like she might even do a little flipping, essentially from her chest voice up to like a mixed belt at one point in here. That was fascinating. I love the way she times things too. When she does runs, they tend to be really accurately on a subdivision of the note, and you can hear that it's even anticipated a little bit in the way that she moves the voice, like just a hair of a second ahead of time. It seems like she's become very precise with this incredible instrument of hers.
Know that that this is my fault. Gave a little too much, knew that this was gonna happen. But I'm not gonna lie, you can make me cry 1,000 times. I'll come on it back like, what is going on with my head?
Huh. That was a cool post-production effect. It sounds like she was in a bigger space, so they probably had a bigger verb on her. And then they brought it forward and closer with a smaller verb, so it sounded like it was more right next to you. Listen to that one more time.
You can make me cry 1,000 times. I'll come on it back like, what is going on with my head? Red, hard and dead. All you do is come around, just came here to collect. Wreck, check, hard and dead. Don't you know that I cried tears of gold for you? I sit here proud for you. Collect my pennies and my dimes. That's why you love it when I cry.
I also really like the production of her vocal here. It's really interesting. I think with a voice as incredible and rich as hers, she really has to be with a good producer, right? Her voice is going to have so many rich, natural overtones in it. So in this piece, you hear a lot of things on the outside so you hear a lot of things that are really low and a lot of things that are really high in your frequency spectrum. Her voice is going to sit in that middle area. And the producer has been careful not to let any other instruments get in the middle and take away from her voice. It's very clear and very present with you the whole time. Also, every now and then there's a little extra doubling of her voice, which I really dig. It happens here. Let's see.
Tears of gold for you. I sit here proud for you.
So it sounds like they double just the high note there. And they probably essentially like really just took her actual vocal, put it on another line, maybe created some sort of echo behind it, just to enhance that top line and let it have a little more lingering feeling.
I cried tears of gold for you. I sit here proud for you.
So both times she went to a high note there, I heard a little extra doubling.
Like my pennies and my dimes, that's why you love it when I cry. Platinum love for you, I'd give it no less for you.
I love that effect.
Generosity's my enemy, so I'm broken, your heart's rich because of me. And those bodies that do it all over again, those bodies I know it's never gonna end. I keep coming right back like a maniac. I keep coming right back like and those bodies that do it all over again, those bodies I know it's never gonna end.
I like the syncopation of this part with her in the middle. I really like that. She played with that earlier too, where she had some really fun syncopations, meaning that the rhythm kind of feels a little jagged in some ways. She has one that's landing straight on the beats and then one that comes in at like some sort of strange beats in between, and that would be the syncopation. This is really fascinating listening to her voice in here.
Those bodies I know it's never gonna end. Keep coming right back like
I love, so when she's up in the top range, she's keeping a really focused sound. That helps it not to do that split open kind of thing, which I would be concerned about hearing a large voice go up to the top and have it open, because they'd be more likely to do some sort of damage. She's really good and she focuses at the top. When she goes down, you can hear that the tube just like opens and she has this really glorious open sound at the bottom. It like I said, it's very full throated. It's difficult for women to get this much volume and color out down here. And I love, it sounds like her voice just loves being that low. It's a great timbre.
those bodies I know it's never gonna end. Keep coming right back like a maniac. I cried tears of gold for you. I sit here proud for you. Collect my pennies and my dimes, that's why you love it when I cry. Platinum love for you, I'd give it no less for you. Generosity's my enemy, so I'm broken,
that little ornamentation at the end where she briefly went down a step and then back up, that also sounded like she was playing almost like with a little break there. Really just, she has such a fantastic natural timbre, but she's learned really, really great control of it. Overall impression of this song is that I just want more of her voice. She sings great in it. I love what her producer has done. Man, fantastic producer. Kudos to whoever did the production on this. I want to hear more of her voice. I want to hear it soar higher. I want to hear it soar lower. I want to know what her range is. I want to hear her do runs all throughout. I mean, I feel like I could just listen to her voice a ton right now. I'm really, really interested in it. And I love the way she is using her vibrato to help with movement in it. I'm also super curious if she has other people in her family who sing it that inspired her to develop this extra style. Man, I want to hear so much more of Faouzia. So please make recommendations down below. Let me know if there are any other Faouzia songs that you would like to hear on this channel. I might just dive into her myself. I don't know if I have the restraint to wait for a first-time reaction. Not gonna lie, I need to hear her more. To everybody out there that helped make recommendations on that playlist for patrons, thank you once again. Those were amazing and so educational and just delightful to listen to and get to know you better. So many, many thanks to you. And everyone else, feel free to join us on Patreon. You can find us at The Charismatic Voice there and also at thecharismaticvoice.com. I hope to see you guys somewhere soon.